The fourth quarter is winding down, and suddenly, an arena that had been deafening all night drops into total silence. The tension had been building for nearly 48 minutes of grueling physical basketball. Then, one massive momentum-shifting bucket completely punctures that pressure, which raises a glaring question. How does a roster packed with heavy-hitting veterans, who spent the first half completely dictating the tempo, find themselves entirely stripped of control? This late-game collapse exposes a deeper structural flaw. The heavy favorites were pushed to their mathematical breaking point, watching a highly orchestrated defensive system finally snap. To see exactly where the cracks started to form, we have to rewind to the opening tip-off. Early on, the Los Angeles Lakers looked every bit like the established royalty they are known to be. They immediately pushed a punishing tempo. Crisp fast-break offense and powerful dunks ignited the Los Angeles crowd. On the other side of the floor, their aggressive defensive rotations smothered the passing lanes, severely limiting the options for their younger opponents. Los Angeles ran their traditional sets without a missed rotation or a wasted possession in those opening minutes. Their early control makes the eventual breakdown a sharp departure from the standards they established at the tip-off. There is a specific strategy veteran teams deploy against younger rosters, called the intimidation pace. The goal is to come out with such overwhelming physical force that opposing players begin second-guessing their own offense. Watch how this looks on the court. Los Angeles initiates a high-pressure defensive trap, bringing multiple defenders to squeeze the ball handler near half-court. The goal? Force early turnovers, convert them into fast break points, and force opponents to scrap their game plan. But as the first quarter wore on, the expected retreat never happened. Oklahoma City started finding passing angles out of those heavy traps. The veteran intimidation strategy only succeeds if the other team actually gets intimidated. When an opponent absorbs that initial blow without flinching, the veteran squad has to work twice as hard to maintain pressure. Instead of folding, the Thunder remained highly communicative. They absorbed the intense early atmosphere and simply refused to let the physical mismatch rattle them. Since they couldn't overpower the Lakers in a half-court wrestling match, Oklahoma City utilized a counter-tactic, relentless end-to-end speed. They utilized highly synchronized ball movement, firing quick, decisive passes around the perimeter. This forces a heavier, older defensive unit to constantly close out, rotate, and sprint to catch up, draining their stamina. Look at the defensive trap from earlier. Instead of panicking when the pressure arrives, the Thunder thread rapid, jagged pass lines straight through the converging defenders, shattering the formation before the trap can even close. By keeping the ball moving faster than the defense could rotate, Oklahoma City actively weaponized the Lakers' own aggression. They forced the veterans to play at a sprint they simply could not sustain for 4 quarters. This created a brutal, exhausting loop. The Lakers would dig deep, orchestrate a brilliant possession, and score. Immediately, the Thunder sprinted back and knocked down clutch shots. This relentless cycle acted like a weight dragging on the Los Angeles roster. The longer the game stretched on, the heavier their legs became. Because Oklahoma City refused to yield a single inch of momentum, the game was forced into an incredibly tight, high-anxiety environment in the final minutes, which brings us right back to the stunning shot that silenced the arena. The climax was the inevitable result of a young team pushing a veteran squad past its stamina limits until the defense cracked. As the final buzzer sounded, the conversation instantly shifted from the box score to the broader implications across the league. If a team built for championships can execute their game plan in the first half but run out of gas in the fourth quarter, are they still viable title contenders? Or should we be looking at the other side of the floor? Surviving that early onslaught and breaking a veteran defense announced the Thunder as basketball's next dominant force. This matchup indicates that the established, methodical power of the old guard is meeting its limit against an unyielding wave of youth and speed. We want to know how you read this matchup. Which system proved more resilient, the structured veteran pedigree or the sheer youthful pace? Head down to the comments and let us know if Oklahoma City is the real deal, or if the Lakers simply suffered a late-game collapse. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our daily deep dives in